What's up, guys? Rare Spark here, and welcome to another episode of WWE Supercard Tuesday. So, if you didn't know, in today's episode, we are going to be reviewing Monday Night Raw. Wow, what a Raw. It was a great episode, I gotta be honest with you. They always pull out all the stops going towards WrestleMania, that's for sure. But let's go ahead and jump into what's been going on. So the team ring domination is currently going on, and as you can see, we are working on the legendary Mark Henry. We actually already got the Kofi Kingston. If you follow me on Twitter, we finished that in like 2 hours because Super Zomega BBQ, aka JB, just went ham and bought bouts and everything and just went ham on it, and we got it done in like 10 minutes. Like maybe 2 hours, you know, but it was done really fast. And even though I was grinding, the one thing I don't like about this mode, I would guess to say, is in team ring domination, there's no real way to tell how much work you did, because like when you go to pick your cards, it's all luck of the draw. Like I was somebody that I wasn't buying bouts, but I was grinding to the point where I was never, you know what I mean? Like I never had bouts. I was grinding the whole time since the event started, and like my bouts, I would just, every time I refilled, I would jump right into it. But the problem is, it's more the luck of the draw because I wasn't getting any shards. Because in order to get the shards, basically what happens is, I don't know if you've been playing Team Ring Domination, but after the match, you get a regular board. You don't pick from the shards here. So you get a regular board, you pick cards, and if you get a reset, it'll take a shard off the board. So that's kind of what was going down with that. And basically, it's really no indication of how hard you worked, because although you may have been grinding the entire time, if you didn't get shards, it looks like you didn't do anything. So that's my only issue with the event, really. But as you can see, Super Zoma got BBQ just going ham. Same with Jimbana, Kill Moose Kill, Biggie Dude, Stitches, Superhero aka Yellow, Edward, Edge Punk, Fuji 720p, and me. I was grinding, like I said, the entire time, and it was just the luck of the draw. I didn't get any of the shards off the board for me. Just bad luck. So that's where we have it. Everyone did a lot of work. Super Zoma got BBQ obviously did the most with buying bouts and everything. I think he might have even bought the ×2. So we got that done. We are working on Mark Henry right now. I don't know if we're going to finish it, but I figured why not play this while we talk about Monday Night Raw. So I'm going to pull up a results page just to like keep as a guide and kind of like go with it and talk about what happened. But first things first, they open up the show. Vince McMahon comes out with that new reward. And sure enough, none other than somebody returns. Now, if you don't want to know what it is, cover your ears, cover your eyes for just a second. Because Shane O'Mac returned. That's right. Shane McMahon is back. Now, I personally think that this is going to be a one-off thing. Unfortunately, I would love to see him back as like the new authority figure, like a face authority. That'd be great to see. But the fact that he's facing The Undertaker, I think that's kind of a hint like, yeah, you're going to get to see Shane. We're going to bring him back so that you can see him and try and fill up this WrestleMania 32 huge stadium, pulling out all the stops. But at the same time, the fact that he's facing The Undertaker doesn't give me too much hope, because the way I see it, if you really wanted Shane to have a chance at winning it, you would pick somebody that could really lose, I guess. Not that Undertaker can't lose, but you know what I mean? They've been kind of trying to shy away from the streak after it's happened, and they're kind of trying to give Taker wins. So, I don't know. I just don't see them really backtracking now and somehow giving Shane McMahon a victory over The Undertaker. But who knows? Maybe it'll happen. But I feel like they could have, you know, Vince McMahon was the one that picked The Undertaker as his guy, quote unquote, to face against Shane. And, you know, I don't know. I think it kind of is telling that it's The Undertaker, because they could have picked someone else, someone strong in kayfabe, but at the same time someone that could lose to Shane. But the fact that it's The Undertaker makes me think it's a one-off. They're just trying to fill the building by having Shane McMahon return, which is great. I love Shane McMahon. I'm just saying, I think after WrestleMania, that's it for him. I think he's going to go back to doing what he was doing, and things will move on from there. But I thought it was great. It's going to be a Hell in the Cell match, which is amazing. I love Hell in the Cell matches at WrestleMania. I just don't know why. It just makes everything feel bigger. It just, you know what I mean? Hell in a Cell matches are a big deal, and to have them at WrestleMania makes it that much more of a big deal. So I'm very excited to see where it goes. I do not have faith that Shane will be back for quote-unquote good, but I hope he is. You know, I would love to see him back. People have been wanting him back for the longest time, and he's the perfect face authority if they wanted to go that direction, where they're tired of having this authority go against the baby faces. If they wanted to bring in somebody, I think he's one of those perfect candidates for that, you know, spot. But very excited to see where it goes. And after that, let's see. Next thing that happened was the Lucha Dragons versus, I can't speak. Neville and the Lucha Dragons versus the New Day. This is a very good match, back and forth. I thought it was a great match. Funny spots, good spots, made everyone look good for the most part. And then I liked the spot at the end. It was a little change up. Basically what happened was Kofi Kingston went to pull off Sin Cara's mask, and as a distraction. And then he went to, Sin Cara's going to pull it down, back down, and that's when Kofi hits him with the Trouble in Paradise. I like that. It's a good way to heal it up without directly cheating, you know, in a way. Oh, we got a shard. But, I mean, I guess technically it is kind of a heel move, but at the same time, it's not someone else cheating for him. Kofi made that move on his own, so I think that was good. I liked it. And, you know, you don't really see that in WWE, or I haven't seen that in the WWE too often, where you pull the guy's mask off just a little bit just to distract them to hit him with your finisher. But very cool spot, I think, and I hope they continue to do interesting spots like that. I thought it was very cool. After that, the New Day wins. Like I said, he hits him with the Trouble in Paradise. Then they go backstage with Roman Reigns. He cuts a promo on Dean Ambrose, and talking about how Brock Lesnar attacked Dean Ambrose, and then they show the video. And if you didn't know, Brock Lesnar attacked Dean Ambrose before the show, quote unquote, you know, kayfabe. And so that kind of is to set up Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania. So he cuts a promo. Then after that, Heyman comes out with Brock Lesnar, and they talk about WrestleMania and how he wants, you know, Lesnar gets revenge on Ambrose, and then Ambrose comes out driving the ambulance that he came in and crawls out to the ring and basically is like, come on, Brock, bring it on. And of course, this crazy Dean Ambrose, he gets his butt beat again by Brock Lesnar. And I think this is great. It's a great way to set up the match. I'm very excited to see where Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose goes. But when Brock hits Ambrose with the F5, Paul throws the mic at him. And then Dean Ambrose calls up the mic. He's like, I want you at WrestleMania, Brock. Blah, blah, blah. And then Brock accepts it, or Paul Heyman accepts it for Brock. And it sets up that feud. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. I love the matchup. Something that we didn't think we would see. Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose. Very cool. So then after that, the Usos versus the Ascension. So obviously you know who wins this match. The bigger story here is that the Dudley Boys came out and cut a promo talking about how they don't want to be a nostalgia act anymore and they're done with the tables. So I thought it was very cool. They said their legacy won't be defined by the table. Obviously, they're just healing it up. People love the Dudley Boys and people love when Devon gets the tables. So they're just trying this new way to heal it up by saying they're not going to use tables anymore. And yeah, it's just interesting. So they also knocked Rikishi, saying that they should have taught the Usos more respect, stuff like that. The Ascension attacked them from behind, The Usos end up getting the victory. And just like that, the Dudleys look on. And that was it. So pretty much just, just setting up a little bit more. I think they're going to be setting up, now I'm not confirming this or anything, but I think they're going to be setting up something with the Usos and the Dudley Boys, maybe a TLC match at WrestleMania, which I would love to see because they're really going all out for this WrestleMania. So to see the Dudley Boys do a match that they, are great at TLC matches versus the Usos, which put on a great ladder match a few months ago, I think it has a lot of potential, and I think it could be great. So I'm excited to see that match possible. So next up was AJ Styles and Chris Jericho. They come out. Chris Jericho cuts a promo on AJ saying how he respects him now and all this stuff. They shake hands, and then the social outcasts come out. They're like, look at these guys. AJ, after all that stuff Jericho said about you, you're going to shake his hand? And then Heath Slater says something about back where I come from, we call that a coward. And then this starts up the little feud. I don't know if it's going to set up for anything, but they end up having a tag match, AJ and Chris Jericho versus the Social Outcasts, which I love the Social Outcasts. They're really funny. So after that, they have a match. Jericho gets the pin. He hits Slater. He calls him a ginger jackass. And just like that, Jericho gets the move, hits the victory, and that was it. Very good match. And yeah. So the next one, the Wyatt family with Bray this time instead of Braun Strowman versus the Ryback, Kane, and the Big Show. I'm not going to talk about the match too much. The Wyatts end up getting the victory after Ryback just leaves the apron, walks back for no reason in the middle of the match. People were heckling him the whole time, calling him Gilbert and everything like that. But anyways, he goes to the back. He says, after the commercial, he's like, enough is enough. The big guy is tired of being in tag teams. And so he's moving on. I don't know if it's a heel turn per se, but it kind of was hinted at that it's a heel turn. So maybe Ryback's a heel. We'll have to see where this is going. I'm not too excited about it. I don't like the Ryback. I keep calling him the Ryback like I'm Daniel Bryan. I don't like Ryback too much, but to each his own, I suppose. And I'm sure there's a Ryback fan really excited about this. So, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I'm willing to give him a chance. Ryback is, dangerous in the ring, but I like his moves. He likes to try some high-flying moves, even though he's a giant man. So I like that about him. But, yeah. So the next up was Sasha Banks versus Naomi. Now, they did the same thing they did a week ago, except reversed. It was Sasha Banks versus Naomi. Tamina tries to screw over Sasha. That's when Becky comes out, makes the save. And they're both in the ring, getting Team Bad away. But then this is where it changes. Charlotte comes out after the match and says that the Authority has given her the choice between Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch to see who she wants to face at WrestleMania. So it's kind of setting up a mini feud between setting up a mini feud between Sasha and Becky to see who's going to be the number one contender for the Divas Championship at WrestleMania. Now, I personally hope this is setting up more for a triple threat match. We'll have to see, but I think so. I think they might pull the trigger and just say, you know what, we're going to do a Divas triple threat, and those three are definitely some of the best wrestlers in the world, and they can definitely pull it off. So we'll have to see where that goes, but I'm excited to see what happens with that. I really hope it ends up being a triple threat match rather than a one-on-one. Although, either way, I think the matches will be great. Next up was Roman Reigns versus Sheamus. So, the burial of Sheamus continues. He's back on the low card. We ran out of bouts here, so I apologize, but what are we going to do? So, then after the match, or during the match rather, it was really weird. Sheamus makes it back with a 9 count. And then Triple H's music just hits for no reason. And they didn't call DQ or anything. Triple H comes out. He starts meeting Reigns at ringside because Reigns came out of the ring. And then they start trading shots. Reigns unloads on Triple H. Triple H hits him with the knee. And then Triple H starts to get control of it. Starts beating up Roman. Now, normally they were trying to make the babyface If you didn't know, it's Roman Reigns. They were trying to show sympathy, get sympathy for him by having Triple H just beat the crap out of him. But unfortunately, it didn't work. Everyone's chanting, Triple H, Triple H. And then at one point, after he pedigrees Roman Reigns on top of the stairs, he stands on top of the stairs and holds up the belt. And the crowd goes nuts. And they go, yeah! And they're just cheering this guy. So I don't know what WWE is going to do with this situation. Who knows? But it's not looking good for them because this guy, Roman Reigns, who's supposed to be the biggest babyface in the WWE, and it's just not working. They're cheering Triple H. So who knows? What do you think WWE should do? What did you think of Raw? Please let me know in the comments below. And I am still considering making that Patreon if you made it this far in the video. I have already made it, but I haven't decided to link it yet. Maybe I will link it tomorrow because the votes were heavily voted towards yes last time I checked. So a lot of people seem to be in support for the idea, and we'll have to see. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode of WWE Supercard. Good luck finishing your team ring domination. You got 15 hours left, so hopefully you guys can get it done. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Rare Spark out.